Welcome back, fellow metalheads. Another edition of Fierce Metal Friday. All right, this week for me, new releases were a little thin. I listened to quite a bit of stuff the last couple of days. Nothing really grabbed me. So I wanted to share with you what I think is the most underrated deathcore album of all time, something I've been listening to for almost 5 years. The band is Shrine of Malice, and their album SHEOL, released October 31st, 2019. These guys are a black-end technical deathcore band from Las Vegas, Nevada. And this is a long one. This is 13 tracks and over an hour at 68 minutes. And the members are Greg Gilbert vocals, Israel Salesi guitar, Chris Paz lead guitar, James J. William bass, and Josh Knoll drums. And this is their full-length follow-up to the Malignance EP that came out back in 2018. And from the opening track, The Awakening, you can tell right away this was something special, and definitely a step up from their EP Malignance. From the creepy spoken words to the haunting guitar tone, this thing just sucks you in. The vocal delivery from Greg Gilbert here is absolutely amazing. From the intense, high-pitched shrieks to the demonic gutturals. I've talked a little bit about clean singing and deathcore, but in this case, for me, it works. The beginning of Kiss of the Wind is just a great example. The transition from cleans to spoken words and then brutal gutturals, it's just seamless perfection. And the breakdown is so crushing, it just gives you chills.
My mind destroyed by the things on my side. Losing its all, now let all gain it back. Slowly,
The songwriting on this album cannot be understated. From the haunting guitar intro of The Prince Testament to the pulverizing blast beats. The dynamic song progression is on full display here, with some haunting spoken words, great atmosphere, and amazing guitar work. As heavy and devastating as this album is, the songs do let you breathe to absorb the chaos before it just runs you right over again. There's an underlying atmosphere throughout the hour-plus runtime, but it never overtakes the songs. Instead, it just gives them depth. And it's hard to set yourself apart in a genre where most bands do nothing but pig squeals, chugging guitars, and breakdown after breakdown. And this is where, in my opinion, SHEOL is so different. It's filled with pure, raw emotion and exceptional songwriting. And it's evil, but beautiful at the same time. With 13 tracks and over an hour runtime, this album needs to be heard as an entire piece of work. Every song has its own dynamic, and it carries throughout the entire album. This is why, for me, this is the most underrated deathcore album of all time. Give it a listen! Even if you're not a deathcore fan, I highly recommend you listen to this album. I know it's a long one. I talked about that. It's an hour long plus. There's 13 tracks, but there's layers to every single track. It takes you on a journey. I highly suggest just crack a cold beer or two, throw the headphones on, and just get lost in the chaos. I'm going to put a link in the description below so you guys can listen to this album easily. I also got to thank everybody for your support. I've over doubled my subscribers in a month. I very much appreciate that. I got a lot more stuff in the works. So please subscribe if you like the content. Have yourself a Furious Friday.